Imagine this. We've just graduated from college, ready to take on the world. Friends and family are buzzing with excitement. It's like, yes, congratulations, you just graduated, congrats. And they're just offering their excitement, they're offering congratulations, they're just very happy for you. And inevitably, the same question pops up though. When are you gonna buy a home? When are you gonna buy a house? At first, it seems harmless, but soon it starts becoming overwhelming. That pressure of people just keep asking, you just graduated, like, you don't have anything else you don't? But no, relentlessly, that pressure, when are you gonna buy a house? When are you gonna buy a house? It's like when you get married and the first thing they ask is like, when are you gonna have a kid? So that pressure can lead to a path of financial strain because you're just so worried about pleasing people that you just jump into it. Like, oh, I gotta get a house. We're going to avoid the financial strain and the anxiety. In this video, we're going to explore the property programming trap. We're going to discuss the pros and cons of homeownership and empower you with tips to make a more informed decision about buying a home. Don't just jump into it. Watch this video. Wait till the end. It's going to be good. So when I say the property programming trap, this is what I mean. This term reflects the society's belief and culture expectations, especially when it comes to homeownership. Picture this. This is a true story. I have a friend. We're going to call him Jake for the video because I don't want to give out his real information. But he just graduated and landed a decent job. Right? Now, he's not making a lot of money, but he's making a decent amount. And immediately, right after he got this job, the first thing he said is, hey, I have to buy a condo. He was convinced that somehow because he graduated and got a job, he convinced himself, or society led him to believe, that he had to buy something now. Like, strike now, got the job, right? So his next step, whether you might be logical or not, was because he's an adult now, he has to have a house. Yet, what Jake didn't know was he was jumping into a significant financial commitment without fully understanding what it entailed. Within months, I'm talking about months, he was overwhelmed by mortgage payments, along with unexpected costs like repairs, maintenance. While he thought he was securing his future, he ended up feeling shackled to a mortgage, a balance, plus we didn't even get into the student loan payments that he still had to make. So he thought he was moving forward, but what he ended up doing was holding himself back from future endeavors because he tied himself to something that he didn't fully understand. And that's what a lot of people do. They end up saying that, hey, I have to buy a house. They sign these paperwork and they get into this mortgage and they don't fully understand what it takes to keep it up, to keep these payments going, or what they're even signing their life away to. Because a mortgage is unto death. That's why it's 30 years. We'll talk about that in another video. I don't want that to be you. Please understand what you're going through. Understand what you're signing up for before you do it. So here are some key points on what to consider before you do it. What pressures have you felt to own your own home? Have you experienced the weight of society pushing you to get this? Or is this something that you actually want to do because you understand the process and you feel like it's going to create generational wealth? Or you just say that, hey, I'm spending so much in rent that it's equivalent to a mortgage. What's pushing you? Understanding the driving pressures first before you just jump into this. All right, so now we're going to talk about the pros of homeownership. Now, there are pros of it, but you know, with every pro comes disadvantage. So we're going to talk about both of them, but I'm going to start with the pros first. The first one being stability. Owning a home can provide a sense of security. You have a control over your living space and you don't have to worry about rent. Don't have to worry about the rent increases, I should say, because instead of rent, you have mortgage. You also don't have to worry about eviction. It's a foreclosure and mortgage terms, so still have it, but it's just a little different. It could also be and investment potential. Historically, real estate appreciates over time. The rates depend, I think it's about 8 to 10% annually, something like that. So it's a pretty strong security investment, but nothing could be 100% risk-free, right? So over time, it shows that it goes up 8 to 10%. However, keep in mind, this isn't guaranteed. I have to say that disclosure, not guaranteed. You also get tax benefits. Homeowners might benefit from tax deductions on mortgage interest and property tax, providing some financial relief at the end of the year. You get freedom. Yeah, it is. Owning a home means you have your own space. You can personalize it. You have your own space and you can personalize it without the constraints of a landlord, their policies, what to paint, a wall. It's your freedom. It's yours. So you don't have to ask for all this kind of permission as you would if you were renting. You know, when you're renting, sometimes they don't want you to put pictures up because they don't want you to damage the wall. So you have to use sticky tapes and those sticky stuff. When you own it, you could put as many holes in the wall as you want because you own it. It's yours. Now we're going to talk about some of the cons. The financial commitment to a mortgage is way more strict and it's way bigger than renting. Like renting is like a baby step compared to a mortgage. A mortgage, you're guaranteeing, depending on the loan type you're doing, you're guaranteeing that, hey, I'm going to make this payment for the next 360 months if you do a 30-year. 360 months. I know some people that can't commit to a car for that long. So you're committing to that. And if you don't, they're coming after you. And you think landlord-tenant court is bad. You should see when a bank wants to foreclose on you because you haven't been making payments. They go after your credit card. They go after everything, put liens. It can get very ugly. So you have to understand the big financial commitment you're making when you're signing this document. You also have ongoing costs. Monthly mortgage payments are just the tip of the iceberg. You also need to consider maintenance. You have property taxes. You have insurance, all which can add up quickly. Don't forget that those utility bills that you was getting away with, depending on where you rent, sometimes the water is included or light. Everything's on you. Water, light, gas, all on you. Then you get market risk. So the real estate market is unpredictable. I told you it tends to go up, but realistically it's unpredictable. I can't guarantee that it's going to go up. It might go down. And if it goes down, you already bought the house. So your house might not be worth the same amount when you're ready to sell. Over time, it shows that it's probably a very slim chance of that happening, but it can still happen because the market is unpredictable. You also get what we call reduced flexibility. A mortgage can limit your ability to relocate for a job opportunity or lifestyle changes. What have you heard? Put in the comment sections, what have you heard from friends and family about the benefits of homeownership? I want to see what other people are saying. Share your comments, share your thoughts. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let me hear what they're going to. Now, here are some strategies to escape the trap. The first one is watching this video. Education. Education is key. Invest time in learning about personal finance and various investments because they're going to help you understand what you're getting yourself into before you jump into it. There's so much more to building wealth than just real estate. There's stocks, there's bonds, there's mutual funds, and depending on your comfortability, each of these can fit into your overall strategy. You don't need to just have everything as just real estate. As you guys know, I love real estate, but I still believe in stocks. I still have bonds. Like, I diversify my portfolio also. Now, before you buy, ask yourself this critical question. Is owning a home the right choice for me now? Not for me later. Is it the right choice for me right now? And Am I prepared for all the responsibilities that come with homeownership? Take a step back and assess your life. And assess it honestly. Am I paying my credit cards? Am I struggling to eat? If you're not paying your credit cards on time, what makes you think you could pay the mortgage on time? If you're going out every night and you love your vacation, you have to understand that something has to change once you buy a house. Unless you buy a house that's about the same as much as your rent or something like that, you're going to have to cut back on something. Either that or you're going to have to make more money. So understand that buying a house changes a lot of things about your lifestyle. So ask yourself and be honest with you. It's not for anyone else. I'm not telling you to go post about it. Just speak to yourself and see if this is something you can do, and be honest. A lot of times I talk to people and they're like, yeah, I want it. And then after we go through their budget and stuff like that, they realize they're not ready to cut their spending down. They're not ready to cut their weekend trips out. They're not willing to stop doing 6 vacations a year and start only maybe doing 1 or 2. So ask yourself honestly, what changes will I be willing to make to get a home? Or if I should just hold off on it because right now I'm not ready. Don't let society push you to get a house because you hear everyone, all these gurus saying that you have to buy a house. No, sometimes it's not for people, or it might not just be the right time. Do not be afraid to explore alternatives. If you're unsure about committing to a property, consider options like rent to own, co-housing, or even investing in real estate funds, REITs. These alternatives provide flexibility and might be a better fit for your current lifestyle or your financial situation. Create a vision. Think about what you want in your life. I cannot stress this enough. It's called Think and Grow Rich, not Work and Get Rich. You have to create that vision of what you want in your life and just hold that mental picture. Think about what you want in the next 5, the next 10 years, even next year. What will you be willing to buy? What will buying a house right now align with that vision, or is it something different? Maybe you want apartments in different cities and states. Focus on your vision and then work backwards. Where do you want? What's your end goal? And work backwards. Do you want the flexibility to have multiple houses? Do you want the flexibility to change jobs? Visualization can help shape your decision-making process. So think and grow rich. For those of you who decide that buying a house is the best option for them, keep these tips in mind. Assess your financial readiness. Be sure you have a stable income, a solid budget, and savings set aside for down payment and closing costs. They're 2 separate things. Do your research, investigate neighborhoods or growth potentials, and analyze market conditions. Meaning, understand the switches of the market. And if you're not 100% sure, don't be afraid to call a realtor and ask them, hey, how's the market condition? They'll be like, you know something. Where have you been watching? You'll be like, oh, I watched The Real Mr. Marcelle and he told me. Wink. It's not just about the house. It's about the community. It's about the future resale value of the house that you're buying. Lastly, seek professional help. Like a knowledgeable mortgage broker, ding, 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 or a realtor, a financial advisor. I have a team of people who can help you with all this stuff. We can provide crucial insights into the market and guide you through the process entirely. Negotiate wisely. Do not hesitate to negotiate on properties. Understand the terms of the contract fully before signing, aka have a really good lawyer. And future proofing. Consider life changes that could affect your home choice, your job transfers, family growth. Look at the now, but also the future. So for example, if you're in a relationship and you know that, hey, in the next year or so, I might want to have kids, don't look at a 1-bedroom. Maybe look at a 2 or 3. See, it's called future proofing for your life. And think about what lifestyle shifts you might want. Maybe you're tired of being in the city, you want a backyard. So look at something with a backyard. Don't just say, oh, I'm in the city, I don't care about a backyard. Knowing that in the future you want one. Make sense? Escaping the property programming trap is all about making informed choices tailored to you. No one else. Stop listening to the outside noise of everyone else. Your financial situation is going to be different from other people. So don't listen to these gurus that tell you, oh yeah, just buy, just do this. No, they don't know you. They don't know what you're going through. They don't know where you are in your life. So home ownership can be fulfilling and it's amazing, but it's essential to evaluate whether it aligns with your overall financial goals and strategies. Remember, redefining what a home means to you can lead to more fulfilling and financially sound decisions. That's what we want. We want you to be smarter with your money and not just do things like my friend Jake because everyone else was telling him that's what he should be doing. No, don't do that. Do what's right for you when it's right for you. Does that make sense? See, one thing I realized is God makes no mistakes. And when things are supposed to come to you or be for you, it will be there for you. Now, you have to do the homework, be prepared, and be ready to take the opportunity, but it will come for you. And if you're rushing something and you feel like, you know what, I'm just doing this because everyone else wants me to, that's not it. That's not for you. You're doing stuff to please other people. That's not what I want. When you're buying a home, I want you to be ready and be content. Now, if you've ever been pressured into home ownership, or if you almost did it, or if you bought a house and you're like, damn, I wish I never did it, just share in the comment section below. Let's talk about it. Let me hear what your thoughts are, because I know there's other people out there who regret buying a home, or some people who wish they did it sooner, but maybe instead of people telling them that they should do it, they heard so many people doubting that they could do it that they forgot to believe in themselves. So put in the comment section. I'm excited. And like always, like, subscribe, and share this video if you found it informative. Yeah, that's the right word, right? Informative. Over and out.